Angel, you're there, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
All right, we're good. Good morning. I'd like to call the meeting to order. This is a meeting of the Allegheny County Board of Property Assessment Appeals on January 9th, 2026. I'm going to ask Ms. Baldwin to call the meeting. Roll call.
Mr. Sully,
Here.
Mr. Snipe,
Here.
Thornton Lara, Ivy.
Here.
Good. We have a quorum. Ms. Baldwin, are there any public comments? Does anyone?
We do have folks on here. I believe Ms. Katie Fisher is observing. There is a Mr. Jason Jacob. That's a parlay. And are you able to?
Yes, please, sir.
No, I can't see that far.
Are there any public comments? We have two people listening in. All right, if there are no public comments, I will move on to the solicitor's report.
Mr. Chairman, you missed the meeting minutes, number 2.
Oh, okay. Approval of the regular meeting minutes, January 15th. They were submitted. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion that we approve the minutes.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. All those in favor
Second.
say aye.
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 Motion is approved. The minutes are approved. Item number 4, the solicitor's report, Ms. Schreck.
Mr. Chairman, the only thing I would like to discuss you have is 7B on your report, and we can discuss it there, or we can discuss it now. That's the issue regarding TV 25-828.
Yes, there was an email back and forth. Well, why don't you discuss?
Just so that everyone understands what's going on in that case, there was an owner who filed a 2025 appeal with the Board of Viewers. So they leapfrogged BPAAR and they didn't file with BPAAR. For reasons unknown to us, court records accepted the appeal. BOV has worked the appeal. In the interim, they filed a 2026 appeal with us. And as you all know, the 2025 BOV would act as a lock, and we lost jurisdiction to hear it. We did hear that appeal in November for 26 because there was never a record created in our system for 25 showing an appeal lock. At this point, we're going to have to relinquish jurisdiction because we don't have jurisdiction over the 2026 appeal because the filing at court records divests us of jurisdiction. So there was a glitch in the system, so we're just going to relinquish jurisdiction on that.
So it's not really our problem.
No, it was not our issue. There was a glitch that took place at court records. Court records really shouldn't have accepted the appeal, but once they accepted it and worked it, I think they found out after the fact that there was no BOV appeal filed.
Does this happen before?
I have never seen this happen before.
Yeah.
Because in general, court records does request you to upload a disposition letter with your appeal. And I don't know what was uploaded or.
We were the first level of appeal in the county.
Correct.
So yeah, they just leapfrogged.
Yeah, it was leapfrogged, and really, had any of the taxing bodies really been paying attention, it could have been a motion to quash because they failed to exhaust administrative remedies for 2025. But that's not what happened, and they already accepted jurisdiction over it. So we're going to have to relinquish jurisdiction on that.
Okay. Well, that concludes your report.
That concludes my report.
Good, thank you. Items for consideration from the board administrator, Ms. Baldwin.
I have none. So.
Good, we can just move on then. The board approval list for tax year 2026, first parcel ID, my glasses on, 498 E as in Edward 114. Is there a motion to approve as submitted?
Motion to approve the board list.
Motion to approve as submitted.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Any recusal?
None.
None for
Okay.
me.
I don't know who's talking.
There's that.
Okay. All right, all those in favor of the board approval list for tax year 2026, indicate by saying aye.
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 Oh, hold on one second.
Here's a delay.
Hold on 3 seconds. I don't even hear this. That makes good catch. Sorry for that. We had a little echo problems there. Wait. Did you hear me? All right, hope this works. Sorry, we're having technical problems. We just worked it out. Ms. Schrupp, did you have a question?
No, I was just trying to figure out where.
Okay. There are requests from the Office of Property, BOA, requests.
I think Angel's.
Ms. Ivy?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Good.
Can you mute yourself on that end? Sorry, I apologize. I think everyone's muted now.
All right, we shall continue. Sorry for the delay. It's one of those days. All right, so we have two requests for action for the board, and I have reviewed these, and I think Ms. Baldwin sent these out to the board members. Parcel ID 2178P is. Hello? I'm sorry, someone just.
Susan? Okay.
Parcel ID, this was from the OPM manager, Carolyn Brooks, dated January 23rd, a request for action. 2178P is in all 107. This is what the request says, a detailed background. The parcel had a hearing on October 27th, 2025. And I'd like to remind the board members that you received this, but I'm reading it into the record. The value placed was based on the land only sale from October 9, 2024. We, the assessment office, received a new construction permit dated September 26, 2024 for new construction, and an occupancy permit dated July 22nd, 2025. A lot of dates here. OPA would have added the new construction for 2026 if it had not been appealed. Please consider the value we would have placed on this parcel and rehear the appeal with the correct starting value. That is the first request. And I talked briefly to our solicitor, and this is troubling. And I'm going to ask Ms. Shrimp to comment, and then I will put my 2 cents in.
Well, Mr. Sully has asked me to research and provide a legal opinion as to the changing of values after a hearing has already been held and disposed of by BPAAR. I'll look into that and I'll be able to report back next meeting.
Yes.
But this is different than removing an appeal lock. Generally, these would be like when we just talked about appeal locks from BOV. A lot of times you would see these to remove an appeal lock. This isn't to remove the lock. This is actually to change the value.
Yes.
We can do some.
So you're going to give us a legal opinion?
Yes.
I'd also ask you, walking up the hallway, I'm going to say it publicly, should assessors attend all hearings? under state law.
Yes,
You're gonna get that back to me.
yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. There was also a situation regarding past policy in the relationship between the Office of Property Assessment and BPAAR, where I was told that these requests, the property owner doesn't know about this until we rescind and schedule a new hearing. And I don't think that's fair to the property owner. So at a very minimum, whether I get a legal opinion or not, I am against any policy that is not transparent for all the parties to the appeal that was heard, where the assessor did not sit in on the hearing. Those people must be informed, and I will make that a policy, recommendation in 2 weeks. So I'm just going to read the second BRA request into the record, dated January 23rd. Carolyn Brooks, the manager of the Office of Property Assessment, and this is the background. This parcel had a hearing on November 18th, 2025. The value placed was based on the sale from June 7th, 2024. OPA, the Office of Property Assessment, received an additional permit dated January 24, 2025, and an occupancy permit dated August 26, 2025. OPA, the Office of Property Assessment, would have added the addition for 2026 if it had not been appealed. And again, what I'm saying, which is troubling here, is those requests are similar, using the operative word is if. If there wasn't an appeal, we could have done this. And we're saying after the fact, we would like the appeals board to rescind its decision from that hearing and recalibrate. So that's why I need that legal opinion. Will the board members have that in 2 weeks? Or, is that reasonable request?
Everything cooperates.
Yeah, so I'm going to suggest today we take no action on these BOA requests from the assessment office. All right, and last but not least, well, item C, the Garfield Highlands rescinded reissue approved. I talked to Ms. Baldwin about this, and Ms. Baldwin, you discovered what after we made a decision on it?
So the board approved the rescind and reissue. And when performing the action to take these values back to the values at the beginning of the hearing, I noticed that Mr. Fabian, our chief assessment officer, had base year values that were different from the start values at the time. So that drew some concern because there was an attempt. The board approved it September 11th of last year. We had a data processor come in on the 19th to make the changes, but the base year values or current assessed values was different from those that were at the start of the hearing. And I'm not sure where those values came in at. That became the concern.
So you're not sure what value?
Right, correct.
And Mr. Syke, you reviewed this, but you didn't know what we just discovered is there were actually two different pre-hearing values. And I'm going to ask for another legal opinion from our solicitor. Who is responsible for reading the certified value into the record at an assessment appeal?
Generally,
Well, I want a legal.
You want-
I it in
okay.
writing. See, I'm of the opinion that the assessor is responsible for that, not the appeals. And the common practice for 25 years has been the hearing officer reading it into the record. But if the data are incorrect, the whole thing's a mess if you don't have the correct Because this was a no change.
There were no changes.
So which value are you no changing? The higher value or the lower value? A or B? So I want an opinion on that. So just so moving forward, we're all on the same page. I don't know what, and again, what I'm thinking,
Can I combine some of these into the same legal opinion?
yes, yeah,
Thank you.
we can make a legal stew. I have no problem with that. And again, so we're gonna put that on hold for now. Resolve that. D, the job postings, as everyone knows, the county executive, the county council, passed an ordinance making this board independent. I don't feel like we're independent. We're going into February and we had an agreement, and I believe Ms. Remp, you and the county solicitor said everything would remain the same until we get the jobs posted and hire the people. And I'm just getting impatient because the job postings, Ms. Baldwin, may occur within the next few weeks.
Yes, I've been in communication with the human resources, so I've been in communication with human resources, and there is work to kind of streamline or find the job descriptions for posting. So I believe that should happen relatively soon.
Good. I hope so. All right. So there being no other business, I was going to ask for an executive session. We do not need the executive session. All I did was give our solicitor some work to do over the next 2 weeks. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Meeting is
I make a
adjourned.
motion
Thank
to
you.
adjourn.
Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you.
Hold on 1 second. Or Ms. Baldwin has to
Thank you.
make a trip.